Well, I'm standing here with Jerry Yost from Gartner's Meats. And Jerry, you have to be one of my favorite people because you always cook up some wonderful stuff from Gartner's for us. And we're here today to celebrate Memorial Day.
Yeah, and it's a real special time of year that, we get a chance to reflect back on those men and women who have served in the armed forces and made this nation great, what it is today. Our late founder, Jack Gartner, he served in the U.S. Navy as a young man.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that, it's kind of just for us as a crew at Gartner's, it's just a nice time for us as well to reflect back.
And that is really a great legacy to leave because, so many of us enjoy Gartner's Meats, and you bring so many things that really are much easier than I think we think they are, but today's selections that you brought are really easy.
Well, and plus, 55 years in the same business.
Yeah.
We have perfected making barbecues and everything else, just simple and easy. And, Memorial Day weekend, you think of barbecues, potlucks, all the get-togethers, picnics. And, we brought out some stuff today to make those events even simpler.
Well, let's see what you got.
What we brought out today was one of our 40-plus varieties of sausages that we have down at the shop. All handcrafted, made there in natural casing, the old world recipes that we make down there, and
And they're not filled with a bunch of fillers,
no flours,
are they?
no fillers, no extenders, and we cook them in a nice brick smokehouse with natural wood chips, so it gives it that extra pow for flavor.
Wow.
And then what we've also brought out is some of our chicken and beef kebabs.
Whoa.
And the chicken breasts are hand trimmed down there. We make them all by hand, as well as the beef. We use a nice top sirloin. And we've also brought out some of our twice bakes, which I've just kind of loosely wrapped in foil here, a little off heat in the back of the barbecue here, just to kind of, what's nice about those, as well as the bratwurst and everything, those are all fully cooked.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to heat those through.
And so how long would it take to really make these ready to go?
Well, the kebabs you want to put on before you put on the sausage.
Okay.
Because like I said, those are fully cooked. You're just trying to heat those through. And the potatoes wrapped in the foil, you might want to put them on about the same time as the kebabs. I usually put the beef and the chicken on at the same time. You want to make sure the chicken is cooked thoroughly through. And then that way it gives you about a medium on the beef on the kebabs.
So now, these look delicious, but do you have to put them together?
Oh, no. This is the way they come from us in the store. They're already in the marinade. It's our own house marinade that we have had also perfected over the years. And, the potatoes already come individually wrapped. The bratwurst, they're about 5 to a pound on those. So, those stretch out really well. And again, that's one of our 40-plus varieties of sausage. I just brought out some of the signature sausages that we have down there to give you an example of that. And we've added some fruits here, and up here a nice little cheese tray. And we also have some of our salads down there as well. We got about 10 salads to choose from. We brought out some of our baked beans, some of our bow tie pasta, and some of our sun-dried tomato.
So Jerry, you guys also have a great line of desserts at Gartner's.
Well, we have a nice variety of pastries and cookies and that kind of thing down there to just make the whole picnic, barbecue, potluck, whatever you happen to be going to, just one stop. 55 years in the same location, we've perfected making holidays easy.
You really have, it's true. Now, you told me about a tip, though, how you can take those big, because those are really big kebabs. There's beef and chicken.
And what's really nice about this idea as well is that if you have some young kids or something like that, and you might take a whole one and set it on a plate or something, and a youngster might take a whole one and not eat it, and then you're just kind of wasting it. And so what I like to do is I like to take them and cut them.
Oh, wow.
Whether it's the beef or the chicken, and you can always come back and get a second one if the first one didn't seem to do it for you.
And that's all you're using is kitchen scissors, because that looks just like a little piece of bamboo in there.
Just a little piece of bamboo in there, and then that way, you can also try both kinds.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
So it makes it really easy.
So, this is the time of year when we celebrate Memorial Day and all those people that have served our fine nation. And it's also the kickoff for summertime, for barbecues and for picnics and all that wonderful outdoor fun stuff that we love to do so much. For more information on Gartner's, you can go to gartentime.tv, where you can stop by the store and find out about these great things.
Yeah, we have some nice new spices right from our own spice room.
Wonderful. And you can also go to Facebook and like the Gartner's Facebook page. Gets lots of great information there and all the events that are happening. Thank you so much, Jerry. Look forward to the summer.
It's always a pleasure.